Human attraction is one of the most complex and fascinating aspects of psychology, and within that intricate web lies the distinct realm of female attraction. When a woman is interested in a man, she may not always say it directly, but her body language, behavioral cues, and subtle psychological indicators often reveal far more than words ever could. This article explores the many signs women show when they are interested in a man and delves deeply into the psychological underpinnings that drive female attraction. Drawing from evolutionary psychology, social science, and contemporary relationship research, we'll decode how women express interest and the factors that influence these expressions. At the root of female attraction lies a blend of biology and individual psychology. From an evolutionary standpoint, women have traditionally been more selective in mate choice, a trait shaped by the higher biological investment required in reproduction. This doesn't mean modern women are stuck in prehistoric patterns, but rather that these innate preferences still subtly influence romantic behavior today. Women often look for cues of strength, reliability, kindness, and compatibility in a partner, and these desires are expressed through both conscious and unconscious behaviors. One of the clearest yet least understood signs of female interest is body language. A woman's posture, eye contact, and gestures can speak volumes. Prolonged eye contact, for example, is often a strong indicator of attraction. If a woman frequently looks at a man and holds his gaze longer than usual, it can signal that she's interested and open to further interaction. In addition to eye contact, physical orientation is also key. A woman who consistently turns her body toward a man, crosses her legs in his direction, or leans in while he speaks is likely giving subtle signs of emotional engagement. Beyond body language, verbal communication also plays a pivotal role in signaling interest. Women who are attracted to a man often engage in more animated and responsive conversation. They may ask more personal questions, remember small details, or find reasons to keep the conversation going. Laughter is another revealing indicator. If a woman frequently laughs at a man's jokes, even when they're not especially funny, it may indicate she's trying to build rapport and express approval. Touch is another significant sign. While social norms and personal boundaries vary, subtle touches such as brushing an arm, playful nudges, or adjusting a man's clothing can all be physical signs of attraction. These gestures are often testing boundaries, small signals to see if reciprocation will occur. From a psychological perspective, this form of non-verbal communication is part of a deeper dance of intimacy and trust building. Subtle grooming behavior is another common sign. A woman interested in a man may unconsciously play with her hair, check her reflection, adjust her clothing, or apply lip balm. These self-grooming behaviors are not only signs of nervousness, they're also instinctual ways of increasing perceived attractiveness. It's a subconscious signal. I want to look my best for you. The way a woman interacts with her environment when she's around a man she likes also reveals much about her psychology. For instance, a woman who mirrors a man's movements is often unconsciously syncing her behavior with his, a strong indicator of rapport and attraction. This phenomenon, known as behavioral mirroring, reflects emotional alignment and psychological comfort. Another sign lies in attention and availability. A woman who likes a man will often make herself more available to him. She might subtly adjust her schedule to be around him, agree to social plans quickly, or even initiate plans herself. Psychologically, this behavior stems from a desire to create more shared experiences, which can deepen emotional connection. However, it's important to note that not all signs of interest are loud or overt. Many women are socialized to be cautious when expressing interest, particularly in cultures where female assertiveness in dating is frowned upon. As a result, women may use more discreet methods of communication. For example, digital signals, such as liking posts, replying quickly to messages, or sending memes, have become modern ways of signaling interest without putting oneself at emotional risk. Emotional availability is a deeper and more nuanced sign of interest. A woman who begins to share her personal thoughts, past experiences, or future hopes is often signaling trust and a desire for emotional intimacy. This level of disclosure is not just friendly chatter. It's a psychological bid for deeper connection, often reserved for people she sees as important or potentially significant in her life. In the psychology of attraction, context also matters. Environmental factors, mood, and timing all influence how signs of interest are expressed. For example, A woman may be more flirtatious in relaxed social settings or more reserved in professional environments. Understanding this context helps decode whether her behavior is a general social pattern or something more personally motivated. While women exhibit many signs of interest, not every sign guarantees romantic intention. Sometimes behaviors can be misinterpreted, especially if they arise from friendliness or empathy rather than romantic attraction. This is why understanding the broader psychological framework, what motivates behavior, what inhibits it, and how it varies across individual personality types, is essential in making accurate interpretations. Female psychology of attraction is deeply layered. Hormonal cycles, past relationship experiences, self-esteem levels, and attachment styles all play a part in how a woman perceives and expresses interest in a man. For example, women with secure attachment styles are more likely to show interest openly and confidently. In contrast, women with anxious or avoidant attachment styles may express interest in more indirect or contradictory ways. Understanding when a woman is interested in a man requires more than just observing surface behaviors. It calls for an appreciation of the deeper psychological processes that drive human connection. Female attraction is a complex interplay of emotional, biological, and social factors, often communicated through subtle signs that reflect both her conscious intent and unconscious desires. Whether it's prolonged eye contact, shared laughter, subtle touches, or increased emotional availability, each signal is a piece of a broader, intricate puzzle of human attraction. Throughout this exploration, we've seen that women's expressions of interest are often nuanced rather than overt. Cultural norms, personal experiences, and individual personality traits all shape how and when a woman might reveal her feelings. In many cases, her signs of interest are cautious, an evolutionary adaptation aimed at emotional safety and social protection. But when viewed through the lens of psychology, these small gestures reveal a profound depth of intention. The modern world has added new dimensions to these behaviors, with digital communication and evolving gender roles influencing how attraction is displayed and perceived. Yet, at the core, the human need for connection remains the same. A woman who is genuinely attracted to a man will find ways, subtle or bold, to show it. And understanding these signs requires not only observational skill, but also emotional intelligence, respect, and sensitivity to context. Ultimately, the goal of identifying these signs shouldn't be to exploit them, but to foster genuine mutual understanding. The psychology of female attraction teaches us that love, desire, and interest are not simply emotional reactions, but deeply human expressions of our need for connection, intimacy, and belonging. When a man can recognize and honor these signs with clarity and empathy, it opens the door to meaningful, respectful relationships built on mutual trust and affection.